Hi, I'm doing another requested recipe today. My dad has a friend, 50-year friend, that called just before Thanksgiving and he wanted to wish my dad a happy Thanksgiving. And so he said, "How is your dad doing?" And I told him he's still doing very well, thank you. And I told him about the video that I made about Gooden Pudding, how he loves the banana pudding, and how my dad actually came through the kitchen while I was filming it. I said, if you go and watch that video, you'll get to see him. And he said, "Banana pudding, huh?" And I said, "Oh yeah, that's his favorite." He said, "Well, my favorite is bread pudding." He said, "Would you do a video on how to make bread pudding?" And I said, "Yes, I will." So we're doing bread pudding. This is an easy recipe. Easy and quick. You can find more elaborate bread pudding recipes on the internet and in cookbooks, but this one is super easy. You just start off with toasted bread, day-old bread, toast it brown, and while it's still hot, put butter on every piece. And then I've even got a little bit of butter in the pan. Half a cup of white sugar. Sprinkle it generously with cinnamon. At this point, there's no particular measurements. Just a good, for about 6 pieces of bread, and all of them being toasted, and nutmeg. Here we have 3 eggs. It looks like 4, but one of them was a double yolked egg. So I've got 3 large eggs and a teaspoon of vanilla. That's the brown in there. So eggs and vanilla and 3 cups of milk. Whisk that up to get those eggs beaten really good. Alright, there's not too many strings of eggs left, so we're going to call that good. That'll be about 4 cups of liquid now, and we just pour it over those 4 or 5 cups of breadcrumbs. Give it a good stir. And that is about as much breadcrumbs as you want to have in comparison to your liquid, your custard ingredients. Here I've got a buttered pan on a cookie sheet. So we're just going to pour that into our buttered pan. Goes in a 350-degree oven for about 30 minutes. And while it's in the oven, we're going to make buttered rum sauce. To make the rum sauce, all you need is about a cup of water, half a cup of brown sugar, and about a tablespoon of cornstarch. Put that in while it's still cold. Stir it till it's smooth. As this sauce gets closer to being ready for the next step, it will change from being opaque to becoming clear. As the cornstarch gets cooked, it clarifies itself. So we're almost to the clear stage. Alright, the cornstarch has turned clear now. Can you see that difference? Now that it has clarified itself, we're going to go ahead and turn the fire off. And I'm going to drop about half of a stick of butter in here. And let that butter get melted. Okay, the butter is just about melted. We can go ahead and take the cinnamon now, and we're going to be very liberal with the cinnamon again, just to your taste. And we're gonna add a shot glass of rum. So there it is. This is supposed to be a thin sauce. If you don't like the thin sauce, you can make it thicker. So there we have hot buttered rum sauce. We're back. The pudding is done. The way you check your pudding is by shaking it, or you can put a skewer into it. I always just shake it. I just go to the oven and I go and if it all moves at the same rate, it's good. If the middle is still jiggly, you know you need to bake it some more. But here's our skewer. Comes out clean. So we're going to take a bite of this. There, you can see the custard down in there. And then let's stir this up because that butter has risen to the top. I gave my darling a sample of this a while ago and he said, just hand me that pitcher. It's good enough to drink by itself. Just pour a little bit of sauce over it. And there it is. This is probably the easiest dessert you'll ever make. Just breadcrumbs, make cinnamon toast basically, pour a little bit of milk and eggs over it, cook it up, and it's done. This has been Granny B's recipe. Take it and make it your own.